My name is Joel Manning. I'm the brewmaster here at the Mill Street Brewery. I'm down at our brew pub. I'm down here talking today about two of the new beers that we have coming out in our fall-winter seasonal sampler. We have our mixed six-pack coming out where we have our regular culprits. We've got our organic, we have our stock ale, we have our coffee porter, and we have our tank house. This season, this fall, we also have our extra special bitter, our ESB as we call it, and also our Franconian Bock, which both originally came from our brew pub down here. The ESB is one of the most highly awarded beers that we make down here at the brew pub. It won gold 2 years ago at the Canadian Brewing Awards. And the whole reason why we're putting it into the seasonal sampler this year is that we've had so much feedback from Facebook and from Twitter with people asking us and demanding and calling for us to put the ESB into our seasonal sampler and bottle it for takeout, then that we've decided to do it. It'll also be available for sale down here at the brew pub at our retail store in 6-packs and 12s and 2-4s. So if you're an ESB fan, come on down and try it. You'll be able to get a hold of it come probably mid-October, late October when it goes out into the marketplace. The ESB Extra Special Bitter is not a particularly bitter beer. The style bitter is kind of bitter relative to the beers that were around back in the day. Most English beers, it's an English style, most English beers from a long time ago were fairly sweet things. Things like brown ales and milds have kind of evolved out of them, and ESB was pretty hop flavored. It's not particularly bitter beer. Pale ales and IPAs in particular are much more bitter than bitters are, so a little bit of a misnomer. All of the malt that's used in this extra special bitter is English. We use floor malted pale ale malt. We have a little bit of caramel malt in there. We have a little bit of chocolate malt in there as well, and a little bit of biscuit malt in it. So it's got a really broad kind of fundamental malt flavor to it, and then it has really floral English hops added to it on top. So again, it's a great all-rounder. It's a really good thing just to drink as a pint. It's also a really good thing to pair with all sorts of kind of winter food, comfort foods, kind of meat and potato-y, kind of stewy type kind of English pub food. Works extremely well with it. The Franconian Bock that we're brewing, it's going to go into the winter seasonal sampler pack, is a personal favorite of mine. It's comes from it's a style that comes from Germany. Obviously, Bock beers come from Germany. Bock beers are strong lagers, so this is a dark, strong lager. Bock beers historically came from the north of Germany, and then it was a style that got popularized kind of by the monks in Bavaria, Munich in particular. Franconia is the northernmost state in Bavaria, and so it's kind of in the center of Germany. It's not classically known for its Bock beers. It's known for its Rauch beers, its smoke beers that we also make down here at the brew pub. But the Franconian Bock is a 7% alcohol dark lager that we're putting into our winter seasonal 6-pack. Franconia is a place I go to almost every year. Absolutely fallen in love with the bocks that they make there. They make stark beer, which is German for strong beer, but they make a really, really nice kind of mild malty version of Bock beers in Franconia that I really like. They're really well balanced. They're not as sweet and as cloying as some of the other ones can be. They're not dry either. They've just got a really nice kind of biscuity sort of dryness with a real upfront caramel nose and aroma, and I think we've done a pretty good job replicating it here. So we made one batch of it last year for the first time ever down here at the brew pub where I am, and it did very, very, very well. So we've had a lot of people asking us to bring that one back out. So it's going into the winter seasonal sampler, and I really hope you like it.